You think Caligula was weird? Meet Rome's other unhinged emperors. Think of mad Roman emperor, and you might picture Caligula with his infamous horse, or Nero fiddling while Rome burned. They're well-known figures, the stars of imperial madness, thanks to historians who documented their dramatic tales. But the Roman Empire had even wilder, lesser-known rulers, whose bizarre stories are just waiting to be uncovered. Let's start with Elagabalus. He became a teen priest of the Syrian sun god El-Gabal in 218 AD, thanks to his cunning grandmother. But he didn't just arrive in Rome, he brought his god along, a sacred black stone, the Daedalus, in a grand ceremony, declaring this foreign deity the supreme god over even mighty Jupiter. Picture the dignified Roman senators suddenly forced to join in wild Eastern rituals, complete with frenzied music and dancing, while Elagabalus officiated in extravagant silks, heavy makeup, and a towering tiara. It was a flamboyant display that shattered all Roman ideals of masculinity, but that was just the beginning. Ancient historians like Cassius Dio and Herodian, despite their biases, depict a jaw-dropping reign. Elagabalus hosted outrageous banquets where guests seated on air-filled cushions would unexpectedly deflate, dropping them to the floor. In one darkly luxurious tale, he allegedly smothered guests with a cascade of sweet-smelling rose petals from a collapsing ceiling, leading to their demise. Instead of wise advisors, he filled his court with dancers and actors, appointing officials based on bizarre traits or their performances. Most shockingly, he sought sex change surgery, wore wigs and women's clothing, and even set up a brothel in the palace where he solicited patrons, defying every Roman norm. His scandalous reign, filled with religious upheaval and personal excess, ended violently when the Praetorian Guard, spurred by his grandmother, assassinated him in 222 AD. His body was dragged through the streets and tossed into the Tiber as Rome attempted to erase his memory from history. Too bizarre, even for ancient Rome. Next, let's enter the bloody Colosseum with Commodus, emperor from 177 to 192 AD. As the son of the revered philosopher Emperor Marcus Aurelius, expectations were high for a wise successor. Instead, Commodus was a letdown, preferring the thrill of the gladiatorial arena over state duties. His obsession? Fighting as a gladiator. Typically, emperors watched games. For Commodus to participate was a disgrace. Gladiators were seen as lowly, and for the emperor to engage in combat was a deep insult to his status. But he loved it, fighting hundreds of times, slaughtering exotic animals, and defeating outmatched opponents in rigged contests. He even dressed as Hercules, complete with a lion's skin and club, and had statues made in his likeness. His ego grew so large that he renamed Rome Colonia Commodiana and the months of the year after his titles. He demanded worship as a living god, a new Hercules. While his father embodied wisdom, Commodus became known for his vanity and paranoia, leading to many executions while neglecting governance. His fear of assassination made him avoid barbers, opting to singe his hair instead. In 192 AD, his inner circle, fed up with his tyranny, had him strangled in his bath by his wrestling partner Narcissus. A fittingly dramatic end for an emperor who fancied himself a divine performer. So while Caligula and Nero often steal the spotlight for madness, they weren't the only ones. The tales of Elagabalus, Commodus, and others show that unchecked Roman power could lead to astonishing and terrifying behavior. The Roman Empire was a stage for incredible achievements, but also for some of history's most unforgettable and unhinged characters. Absolute power can truly create strange outcomes. Which of these extreme emperors shocked you the most? Know of another Roman ruler with even weirder habits? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like this video and subscribe for more hidden history.